Today I'm going to be installing carbon fiber mirror caps on my car. So these are the mirror caps that I'm going to be installing on my car. One thing about these mirror caps is that unlike other carbon fiber mirror caps where you have to take off your original factory mirror caps and then put the carbon fiber mirror caps on, you do not need to do with these. These just go on top of your existing mirror caps, and the way how they do that is, as you can see that there's 3M double-sided tape over here. They just sit on top of your existing mirror caps. Now, when I was searching for carbon fiber mirror caps specifically for my car, now this one is made for my car. I did find some that in which you do have to take off the factory mirror cap, but however, I personally decided to go with this option. So later in the future, if I want to remove it, it's a much easier choice and it's much easier to install compared to when you install ones that you have to like take off your original factory mirror cap and then put the aftermarket mirror caps on. If something go wrong, you could break something in the process. So that's why I'm going to be using these ones. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take off the carbon fiber wrap that's already on my mirrors. Now, as you can see, this carbon fiber wrap is 60 carbon fiber. It looks really close to real carbon fiber, but this wrap isn't that high quality. It has seen better days. Like I had this on my car for the past year and a half. It's peeling, there's pullback on it, the material failed. The thing about my mirrors is that they're pretty hard to wrap. They have a lot of curves on it, so I three-pieced it. Like as you can see, there's a seam over here. Then there's also a seam over here. I know like this is a pretty bad install because when I tried to do it in one piece, the material automatically pulled and filled. I personally don't like the look of this wrap anymore, so that's why I'm just going to be replacing it with carbon fiber mirror caps. And on the passenger side, it's even worse. If you look at it, like it's completely pulling back. It's definitely not sticking, like it's etching. It just doesn't like give a good look to the car. So that's where we're going to be fixing this today. So there's two ways to take it off. You have to look for a corner to see if it's like smoothly coming off. Now, if it comes off smooth, then you don't need heat. But if it's not coming off that smooth, then you may have to apply some heat to it. So I'm going to just use my hand to get it off. If I run into an issue where it's not coming off as smoothly, I'm gonna then use heat. And now this is on there kind of bad. Like, I don't know if it's, okay. All right, I'm gonna try to get this off. Yeah, like you might encounter problems like this where it basically broke into a piece, but no worries. I'm gonna be using heat to get it off. So since it's heated now, it should come off much smoother. Okay. Still having this like spot where it's being left behind, but I do have a trick for that. Like let's say if it leaves glue, you can just use Glue Gun to get some of that glue off. And there we go, now it's off. Now it's coming off much smoother than the other one. So for this last piece, I'm just gonna use my fingernail and it should come off pretty smooth. There we go, got it. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is clean off the mirror. What I'm just gonna do is like spray on some soapy water. Then I'm gonna use my detailing brush to agitate it and also get into all the cracks and crevices. Like there's a lot of bugs on it and you don't want there to be any dirt when installing because therefore it won't stick to it. Now I'm just gonna wipe it off with a towel. And you're gonna repeat the same thing for the other side. Before the install, I'm just gonna do a test fit. As you can see, it's a perfect fit. That looks good. That looks way better than the wrap that I had on here. The carbon weave really pops. Like under this light, I know the lighting does do pretty good justice, but this looks amazing. So let's just install this. However, before the installation, I'm just gonna check to see what type of 3M tape are they using. So the best trick that I have to peel off this red thing is to use a nail clipper because you want to know what type of 3M tape is being used. Some companies use cheap 3M tape and therefore it won't stick to the panel, and that could be kind of dangerous if you're driving. The part could just go flying off. So I'm just gonna quickly remove this and check to see if I need to use my 3M tape. Now this 3M tape you can find at any auto parts store, Walmart, Canadian Tire. This 3M tape is very sticky. I use this to put my badges and my spoiler back on the car. So upon removing the vacuuming, I can see that this is the good quality 3M tape. Now that I got the vacuuming off, I'm gonna begin the install. So I did have to use some extra 3M tape because I had a feeling that it would be loose from the middle and it wouldn't hold on well, so therefore I just had to use extra 3M tape. But if anything goes wrong, I could just remove it. The best part is that, yeah, it's removable, so if there's any issues, you can remove it and fix the issue and put it back on. So for this, just gonna carefully align it. I'll be back after I'm done. All right, so I got the mirror caps on, and for the most part, it looks pretty good. However, there is a tiny little seam, but let's be honest, no one's gonna be poking around and looking for like tiny little seams. So for the most part, it's a pretty good fit and it's pretty nice. And upon using the force test, I can tell that it's not gonna pull it back, but however, there is one more step left. And that is to heat up the panel. So anytime when you install something with 3M tape, you should heat up that panel. So therefore it could promote the adhesion on the 3M tape. And the same steps apply to the other side as well. And there it is, all done, complete and installed. All right, anyways, that's all it for today's video. Like and follow for more car content.